In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, CuBuffs on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in this sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it up.
Hey. Hey, what's going on, family? Y'all doing all right? It's Tuesday afternoon. You watching Sports Talk with CuBuffs. I'm your host, Bernard Watt. Only thing I ask you to do, hit that like button, hit that like button. Yeah, I know I don't usually come on at this time, but hey, I got to put that work in, y'all. I got to put this work in, trying to grow this channel. Can't grow it if you ain't working. Yeah. Want to say hello to everybody. Once again, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to Sports Talk with CuBuffs and hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. And also, if you would like to support the broadcast through Cash App, Super Chat, join the membership. Whatever you can do to help support the broadcast, I highly appreciate it. I really do. Mean a lot to me. All right. But check this out. I did a video this morning. I dropped it. What Stephen A. Smith was talking about, along with Ryan Clark of ESPN. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead over there and check it out for me. Truly appreciate it if you do. All right. Let's get into this thing. Want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Yeah. Who we got in here? Miss Harris in the building. Appreciate you. Real Spill. What's going on? J. Mitch. What's going on? That's right. The executive producer is in the building. I love CC. Appreciate you. Tim, what's up? Isaac, you doing okay? Appreciate you. MH, what's going on, bro? Appreciate you. My dog. Be white, where's the popcorn? I know it. I ain't finna be a movie, big dog. My dog. Linda Brooks, what's going on? You doing okay? Appreciate it. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Good afternoon, Miss Kimberly Nash Williams. Yeah, is in the building, family. And I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Yeah, I really do. What's going on? The real apprentice? Appreciate that. Appreciate for tuning in. Look here. Johnny Manziel, the former quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, spoke out about the situation there in Cleveland, and he spoke about Shedeur Sanders and the way Shedeur Sanders handled himself during that NFL draft. You remember Johnny Manziel was a quarterback that was drafted from Texas A&M by the Cleveland Browns, and he came there and did what he had to do, but still, for some reason, it didn't work out for him at the Cleveland Brown organization. But here, he had things to say about Shedeur Sanders and the way he handled that whole situation. And I'm gonna play it for you. Let's see, but let's get it loaded up so you can hear what Johnny Manziel had to say about Shedeur Sanders. And we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the quarterback room. And then we're going to talk about Colorado football team to end the program. Don't forget tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with J.R. Bobson and Uncle Steve. If you ain't doing anything, tune back in at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Here we go. Johnny Manziel. I'm going to let you hear what he got to say, and we're going to talk about it.
I think a lot of guys in that position, I think, to be honest, handled it as good as you possibly can with a smile on your face and like just letting everything kind of play itself out, because it's not easy to sit there, you know, early in the draft process. Him and Dion sitting there like, we're going to be off the board in the first 5 picks.
Yeah,
and you sit there for 5 rounds. That's a.
Once again, I like to stop stuff. I'll stop it in a minute. I'm gonna play the whole thing. But like he was saying, hey, that's a hell of a job to sit there for 5 rounds when Coach Prime, Dion, your father had told you will be off the board in the first 5 picks. And for Shedeur to sit there, oh yeah, that tell you the character of this guy. And so far, you haven't heard Shedeur say anything negative about the draft. That shows maturity. And he's just saying he's grateful. I know a lot of you don't want him in Cleveland. I know a lot of you want Cleveland to trade him. But so far, Shedeur is happy in Cleveland. He's happy in Cleveland, and he's glad of the opportunity that he got. I'm just saying, family, it's a lot of people in the chat. There's a lot of people tuning in. There's a lot of people from the north, south, east, and west don't want Shedeur in Cleveland because they think that he's been treated unfairly. But you haven't heard a word. I mean, a word out of Shedeur Sanders about the Cleveland Brown organization. I'm just saying, you haven't heard a word, family. Let's finish this.
I think a lot of guys in that position, I think, to be honest, handled it as good as you possibly can with a smile on your face and like just letting everything kind of play itself out, because it's not easy to sit there, you know, early in the draft process. Him and Dion sitting there like, we're going to be off the board in the first 5 picks.
Yeah,
and you sit there for 5 rounds. That's a highly like anxious spot to be in. I mean, even for me, sitting and just like waiting to the end of the first round was like, I don't think I would have been able to handle it the way that he did. It's mad props to him to be able to you know, face that and just take it straight on.
To ask you a question, what do you think like is the main reason he dropped that far?
Man, I don't know.
Quarterback opinion.
As you like hear and like just kind of see reports about like certain things, like, you know, maybe he's a little bit too loud at times, like the quiet guy, you know, the Geno type of guy who just comes in, is kind of under the radar. Like, you know, I'm watching rookie minicamp stuff and they're like detailing every single report of every single throw. Like, it's fucking crazy. It's rookie minicamp. Like,
every stat,
every single snap of red zone, how much shit. So it's just like, it just adds that question of just like, you're getting peppered with so much shit. He's getting an opportunity now in Cleveland with a quarterback situation that, you know, honestly, he can come out of and win the job. I think he'll do well. I really do. I think the kid works really hard. I think he loves the game of ball. And when it comes down to it, if you have a guy like that loves the game, obviously grown up around it his whole life, you know, I think he'll be successful.
I agree, bro.
You heard Johnny Manziel, the former quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. He said he think Shedeur handled it real well. He said he don't understand why people out there keeping charts of OTAs and minicamps on every throw that he throw. But that's what Shedeur bringing. That's what he brings to the table. That's what they got to get used to. It's all about Shedeur. They might as well get ready for it. And also, what I liked about what the former quarterback of Cleveland said, he said he thinks Shedeur gonna do well. He liked everything that he done did so far up to this point, and I do too. And his teammates, once again, I keep trying to tell y'all, them teammates out there talking good about him. They talking real good about him. But before I move on to that, I want to share this with you from another former Cleveland Brown player. This is what he's saying right here. His name is Jason Pinkerton. He's a D lineman. I do like Shedeur. I saw him throw some ball into some windows and was like, wow, he throws a really nice football. Hey, one thing about it, when Shedeur is on the field, you can't deny what he do. You might can blame other things about Shedeur and why he didn't get a chance to run with the Warns. And I done heard a couple things today, but I'm here to tell you right now, just like he said, when he get ready to throw that ball, boy, he throw it in some tight ones. And that's what you're going to need to succeed in the NFL. A pass from 10 yards to 15 yards. Can you put that ball where it need to go? Ball placement. Shedeur Sanders, that's what he does. I do like Shedeur. I saw him throw some balls into some windows and was like, wow. Yeah, he throws a really nice football. That's what they're saying about Shedeur. Haven't heard a word what he said about Kenny Pickett. I haven't heard a word what he have said about Joe Flacco nor Dylan Gabriel. Only thing I'm trying to tell you, the current players on the roster and the former players that used to play for Cleveland, they talking about Shedeur. They talking about Shedeur. They ain't mentioned a word about Joe Flacco. They haven't mentioned a word about Kenny Pickett. They haven't mentioned a word about Dylan Gabriel. They all saying Shedeur Sanders throws a good ball placement, and his offensive coordinator walked up to him. He was mic'd up. I don't know if people were expecting him to say this, but this is what he said when he walked up to Shedeur. When he walked up to Shedeur, these are the words that the coach said. Listen closer.
Our placement is just outstanding. If we could just get a tight end to catch it at some.
He told Shedeur, your ball placement is outstanding. Offensive coordinator walking up to Shedeur and saying, your ball placement is outstanding. He didn't say good. He didn't say it's getting better. He said outstanding. One more time.
Our placement is just outstanding. If we could just get a tight end to catch it at some point.
Just throw it up to me. I'm gonna take the rest. Just throw it up. I'll take the rest.
You better not put that blick up if you score. You see, Coach got on you. Got on me.
On you, not me. I didn't do that. I slam it. You know. You be playing with the Browns. Do you know what I do? I'm Madden. Yeah.
3 steps high. 4 eyes.
They crazy about Shedeur. They crazy about him. They know Shedeur that dude. They know Shedeur that dude. Whether the head coach give him an opportunity to show his talent, it's gonna be on him. It's gonna be on him. Like I said, Tommy Reese said your ball placement is just outstanding. 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 That's the word he used. Yeah. He didn't say good, family. He did not say good. He didn't say it's getting better. He said it's outstanding. Outstanding. Like I ain't never seen that before from a rookie quarterback. I haven't seen that before since I've been here in Cleveland. Your ball placement is outstanding. Also, Shedeur Sanders said, I would say spiritually getting closer to God and definitely talking to him constantly and having a real relationship with him. And when you remember when they asked him that question, what's the most important thing that he have learned since he been in Cleveland? That's the answer right there. Spiritually. Getting closer to God. He know y'all some devils out here trying to attack him and his family. Yeah. Can't blame him, family. Can't blame him at all. In my 15 years in the league, what one coach was saying, former coach was saying, I never seen a player, let alone a rookie, absolutely dominate mandatory minicamp the way he has. These ain't my words now. These are not my words. These are words from a former coach of the Cleveland Browns. In my 15 years in the league, I never seen a player, let alone a rookie, absolutely dominate mandatory minicamp the way Shedeur Sanders has. Dog pound. Dog pound. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Out there balling. Balling. Can't deny it. And here's y'all favorite girl. She's saying in her article, I think it was Monday or maybe last week, this is what she wrote. If Shedeur continue to progress in training camp like he has over the past 2 weeks, he will narrow the gap on the other three Browns quarterback in the competition. Well, I'm gonna tell Mary that this right here. We ain't worried about if he continue to progress. He gon' progress. He ain't narrowed no gap. He better than all three of them. I'm not worried about Shedeur continuing to progress. He always worked. He always worked before practice, during practice, and after practice. And for as those narrowing the gap on the other three quarterbacks, we ain't worried about that either. If you look at the tapes, he way ahead of all three of them quarterbacks. That for you, Miss Mary. That for you. Also, Myles Garrett, the best player on the team, on the defensive side of the ball. Shedeur Sanders has come to camp and OTAs with a great attitude. You like going to work with people who have that kind of attitude. Shedeur Sanders by Myles Garrett. Lastly, my dog, G. Bush, G. Money, Garrett talking that talk like he always do, keeping it real. If you ever want to know what's really going on, G. Bush and Zach Jackson is the one you need to follow if you want to keep up with Cleveland Brown and Shedeur Sanders. They already know who the starting QB is. Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel, they are fighting for the third position. G Money, G Bush, you know he gonna keep it real. He ain't hide nothing. He ain't got nothing to hide. That's my dog right there. He ain't hide nothing, family. Not a thing. But like I'm saying now, but that is. Miss Robinson, some report out there, and they saying that I heard it today. They trying to say Dylan Gabriel is more advanced in the playbook than Shedeur Sanders, and that's the reason why Shedeur Sanders haven't got a chance to run with the number one offense. Now, I'm on record, and I get that. I get this. I get it. I'm on record for saying if Shedeur haven't grasped the playbook, he shouldn't start that game one. You got to know that playbook. But I just find it hardly to believe, family, that Shedeur don't know that playbook. Shedeur have played up under six different OC, offensive coordinators, in his past. In his past, he's played up under six. I didn't say one. See, it's been reported out that he only played up under Pat Sherman all these years. He only played up under Pat Sherman just one time, 1 year. And Miss Mary, one who put that report out. They trying to move the goalposts. Once the tape came out that Shedeur looked better than Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dylan Gabriel, they got to come up with another narrative. Now they want to try to say Shedeur ain't too bright. That's what they try. They saying it in code. They saying it in code term. Dylan Gabriel is running with the one offense because he knows the offense more better than Shedeur, because Dylan Gabriel done played with 3 different college coaches and they don't use different verbiage. Well, I just want to say this. If Dylan Gabriel know all the verbiage and know all the plays and he can't complete no passes, what the use of him going out there with the number 1 offense? Huh? If Shedeur is out there, quote unquote, you saying that he don't know the verbiage or he don't know the plays, why did he complete almost 80% of his passes? He had to know where to go with the ball. He had to know where to put his offense at. He had to know to take the play from the head coach or the offensive coordinator and translate it to the players inside the huddle. And when they go to the huddle, everybody running the route where they supposed to go, and he complete the pass. Y'all tell me what's going on. Yeah, yeah, you're moving the goalpost. You're coming up with a different narrative, trying to kill the public, the people who are looking at the situation, the people who are rooting for Shedeur Sanders, and the people who following Shedeur. It look like you're trying to tamper it down by using that. No. Now, if that's true, I can ride with it. But the action and the what I don't see on film don't line up to what you're saying. It just don't. There's no way, family. No way. I played quarterback. There's no way. I played quarterback. I coached quarterback. I was a head coach. No way a quarterback can go out there and complete 80% of his passes, Miss Kimberly Nash Williams, I love CC, Sweet Pea, Miss Harris. No way a quarterback can go out there and complete 80% of his passes and don't know the play and don't know the verbs. I'm just saying, there's no way. There's no way, y'all. There's no way you can do that. And I don't know where that came from. I don't know why people trying to come up with that, but I understand. See, everybody got some skin in the game. See, I can't understand. Cleveland been bad for so long. They've been bad for so long, family. I can't understand why they're not happy that they have a quarterback that can be a franchise quarterback for them. I don't get that. I don't get that. I'm not saying it's the Cleveland fans. It's just some of that old heads Cleveland media. Them the ones that doing it. Them the ones that doing it. All because the Cleveland Browns selected Dylan Gabriel as a 3rd round draft pick, and they drafted Shedeur Sanders a 5th round draft pick. They're trying to justify. They're trying to justify Dylan Gabriel more than Shedeur Sanders. 767. Jeremy Jones. They trying to justify it. See, and it's not right. It's just not right. You're trying to kill his name in the media before everything even gets started. Oh, from what I'm hearing, OTAs, mandatory minicamp is not where the competition gonna start. The real competition finna come up in training camp. Training camp. Come up in training camp, Miss Williams. Deuces, Harris. Training camp. It's finna start now. So why would you want to kill somebody? Why you want to kill somebody before training camp? If you really want to win. If you really want your team to survive. And when you look at the history, if you look at the history of the quarterbacks that they have had out there in Cleveland, man, y'all, man, look at here. They haven't had just about a quarterback for every year, different quarterback every year for the last 10 years. They just have. They just have. And when you look at the ratings of the players right here coming out of college, Shedeur Sanders' clean pocket is a 77% quarterback in completion. 77%. They got him number 2. Only Bo Nix and Joe Burrow is below. Dylan Gabriel is below. Dylan Gabriel is below Shedeur. So that ought to let you know that Shedeur is a better pocket passing quarterback than Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel played 6 years in college. Shedeur Sanders only played 4. He played 2 at Jackson State and 2 at Colorado, and he was a 77% completion, clean pocket passer rating. Bo Nix had a 74.30. Only thing I'm trying to tell you, when Shedeur went out there and throw 80% of his passing in OTAs and minicamp, he'd rather his average for ever since he's been quarterback. That's 77. He'd rather his average. He's right there at his average. And it can't be denied. Kevin Stefanski, you've been warned now. You've been warned. Told you that yesterday. Shedeur Sanders is just the most talented quarterback on the Cleveland Browns. And Kevin Stefanski has been seriously warned. He's been warned. And when you look at his stats out of college, not only did he throw over 4,000 yards and 37 TDs and 10 interceptions, he also won the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award, and he was named the Big 12 Player of the Year. And also, he broke over 100 passing records at Colorado for 2 years. I don't know what else you want. But Johnny Manziel told you he believe the kid gonna do good. The young man gonna do good. He gonna do good. Ain't no doubt about that. He really gonna do good. And I know he gonna do good. Shedeur Sanders, I don't know why they not excited about this dude when they got a franchise quarterback in the building. They got one in Shedeur Sanders. And the players are talking.
No, in general.
Just in general.
Well, I like Shedeur. The reason why I say that, in general, is because of the swagger, though. Like, I just like a quarterback that just got that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that it factor, man. Like, when you come in a game as a quarterback, if you coming in there with that confidence and swagger and talking your
Pop
stuff,
that shit, Greg.
like that's my
Greg.
type of guy. Like, honestly, like I think Cam Ward is unbelievable too. But like just straight personality and all that, like, I like a dude that's gonna talk, especially at the quarterback position. Like I remember my rookie year, Ben Roethlisberger, same way. Like he talking crazy to me as a rookie. like I'm like, yo, what's bro on?
Ew.
But I respect that. I respect.
They like him. They like that swagger he got. Shedeur brings something different to a organization, and it gravitates toward his teammate. They love that dude. They love him. The players want to play with people who they like. Yeah, they will perform better, and you can't fool them once they see it in practice. And you know he already got the community.
I can't call him right now. Check it out.
When's your first game?
The first game, the preseason game.
Yes. Who y'all going against? Are you starting or still playing?
Preseason? I don't know. We got preseason first. I don't know. Nobody knows.
Yeah. They want to know if you starting, big dog, or if Joe Flacco's going to start week 1. They already know. The kids are talking. They want to know. This is wild, bro. This is wild, man. This is wild. They want to know. They want to know if you starting or if Joe Flacco starting. Kids, family. Kids. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. The kids want to know. I'm not finna come out there to see no doggone Joe Flacco. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's what they really want to say. We want to know. And Shedeur can't give him an answer because Cleveland Browns keep playing games. They keep playing games. They keep playing games. They keep playing games. Wayne Hood, what's going on? Be Watts, I ain't worried at all. Shedeur action. Sanders is ready. Day one, game one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He ready. I know he ready. He ready for him. He want it. And I don't blame him. That's what we come here for. That's what we come here for. Like I say, Shedeur, I know he gonna go out there and do it. I ain't got no words either, but Myles Garrett's at a baseball game. He had to talk about it.
Surprised to see him go to the 5th round, but he's come to camp and OTAs with a great attitude. He's a hardworking guy. He has a good head on his shoulders, and he's always positive, always optimistic, always gets a smile on his face, and you like going to work with people who have that kind of attitude.
Myles Garrett said, yeah, man, everybody's surprised he fell to the 5th round. We all surprised. So
I got you. Again. I know this is expensive camera, bro. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else?
I like that.
Yeah.
I just like that.
Yeah.
In a minute, I'm back.
Yeah.
Hey, big boom. Hey, spam it, big boom in the comments, man. 45, run it up, back, yeah. Stay here, later.
There we go. Oh. We're on the live stream. Say what's up. Say what's up. We're on the live stream. Say what's up. Yeah. Say what's up.
Stop.
Vision. Hey, what you gotta say, bro? That was a dart. What you gotta say?
I'm the Rizzler.
Yeah, the Rizzler.
Yeah. Once again, Shedeur out there. He having fun, man. He ain't worrying about nothing. Look like he at peace, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. He at peace, and he ain't worrying about nothing. But these dudes on these radio stations, these podcasts, they going ham on.
I don't think it's going to take that long. I think the real question is going to be, is Joe Flacco the emergency quarterback or is he the starter? If he's the starter, I think we have a better opportunity to go out there and maybe win some more games. But if he's the emergency quarterback and the just-in-case guy, I'm thinking we see Shedeur Sanders. Whether it's a week or two before the bye or a week or two after the bye, I think we might see perfect timing sooner rather than later. His presence, how he's carrying himself, winning days in camps, I just don't see a world where they can keep him on the bench when he's excelling in everything that he's doing.
Hard to keep him on the bench when he excel in everything he's doing. It's going to be hard. They only can deny him so much. I got a question for the chat. I want y'all to be honest now. Be honest. Be honest with me like y'all always have. Be honest with me. What's up, FD? What's up, Whitaker? What's going on? DJH, what's going on? Y'all be honest with me. I'm going to ask y'all a question. I want you to be honest with me. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Here's the question that I want to ask. Is it a good thing that Shedeur Sanders start game one for the Cleveland Browns? The reason why I'm asking that question before you answer, if he start and they lose the first 3 games, will the Cleveland media blame him for the loss? Or will the coaching staff pull him if they lose the first 5 games with him starting out as a quarterback? The question is, once again, is it a good thing for Shedeur Sanders to start game one? I started out. I'm gonna put yeah. We ain't come this far to turn around. Yeah. We got to start game one. FD said start. I'm with you, FD. Start. We got to start. I think he read. Yeah, if he know that playbook, he need to get out there. I believe he should be the starter game one because he is ready. Yeah. Okay, what's up, Brian Johnson? Brian Johnson said no. Miss Robinson said no. Y'all don't think he should start? I think he should start. Yes, he should start. I'm with you, 767. Yeah. He said no. Play the politics. They play. Hey, there's some politics going on now. Yes, very good thing. Throw him in the fire. He's ready game one. I'm with you, big dog. I'm with you. I would like to just know. They have been losing. They have. I love CC said, yes, good thing. Hey, how you doing, Miss Crystal Wise with you? Doing all right? Yeah. No. Pay him his money, sweet pea. Yeah. Yeah, I think you need to get out there. I feel he is ready. He's ready. I'm with you. He's ready. Get ready to go out there. He should start for sure. He should. He definitely should. Sis, what's going on, sis? Yeah, I think he should start game one. I think he should. Let the chip fall where they may. He's the best quarterback on the team. He's the only quarterback that'll give him a good chance of winning and making the playoff. Let's say the first 5 games they start Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, or Dylan Gabriel, and they go 0-5 or 1-4. You don't think it's a chance at least in the first 5 games Shedeur can give him 2 to 3 wins? I know the schedule is tight. I know that thing is rough. I know. Pinky Thumb said no, especially if the team is sorry, don't want that monkey on his back. I mean, he on the team. He a part of the team. Miss Anyway said no. 12 games, 12 for 1 game. Grown is you. Yeah, game. I think game 1. Yeah. Cleveland Brown got a better team than most of y'all think they are because y'all haven't been following them. If you just look at the team and look at those 2 running backs that they got 2 good tight ends. They got one that was already there with Joe Noka, and they bring in Finney. Yeah, they got 2 good tight ends ready to ball and 2 good running backs. And they got 3 good offensive linemen. I don't know how good they are, but I heard they played pretty decent. So Shedeur, he used to playing. He used to that. Yeah, he used to playing with a bad offensive line, y'all. I'm just saying. So I think Shedeur should be able to go out there at game 1. Yeah, take all the pressure. He can take all the pressure off himself, and he can take all the pressure off the organization and the fan base because he give them hope. He give them hope. That's why I look at it. And I believe he's gonna be that game 1 starter. I just believe he gonna make his move, like I always said. Shedeur will make his move in those inner practice with the other teams. From squad practice with Carolina and Philadelphia Eagles. That's where he's gonna show out at. That's exactly what Shedeur gonna make his mark. He gonna make his mark right there. Because I just don't think. It's just me. I don't think Kenny Pickett gonna be able to hold up. I just don't. Nor Dylan Gabriel. Because if you just be honest, from what we done seen so far, the video that they don't put out, I haven't seen Kenny Pickett throw in a touchdown. I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, family. Had nobody shown me. Ain't nobody that have reported. Somebody like G. Bush, somebody like Zach. Hell, I even say Tony G or Miss Mary. Neither one of those have came out and said Kenny Pickett is out there lighting it up. This in OTAs now. He's a 3 to 4 year vet. They got no pass rush on him. The quarterback can't be hit. He's throwing to the number 1 wide receiver, y'all, in Jerry Jeudy. I haven't seen anybody or heard anyone from a video saying that Kenny Pickett is out there. They reporting on and who they don't like. Yeah, is Shedeur Sanders. Make that make sense, man. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. It just don't add up what I'm trying to tell y'all. Shedeur Sanders is the only person that people who are reporting on the situation, who like Shedeur and who don't like Shedeur, is putting out videos that Shedeur Sanders is throwing touchdowns. They ain't showing no touchdown from Kenny Pickett. They are not showing no touchdown from Joe Flacco nor Dylan Gabriel. It's all Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Even though they posting it that Dylan Gabriel throw 8 touchdowns. They posted it on that tracker that Kenny Pickett threw 7. They haven't shown no video of it. No video of it. They just typed something in and print it up and put it out there and expect us to believe it. I'm sorry, I ain't like that. I ain't boo-boo the fool. These videos that right here, you only see Shedeur in the red zone and throwing TD and complete pass. I'm just trying to tell y'all. I'm just trying to be honest about this thing. I haven't seen the family. Unless y'all don't seen it, it's always Shedeur. Always Shedeur. In the end zone, 7-on-7 drills, touchdown, completion pass. That's what he doing. That's what they showing. They ain't Shedeur Sanders. That's what he doing. He throwing touchdown passes. That's what they throwing. That's what they showing. They ain't showing us nothing else. They showing us Shedeur Sanders. They're not showing us Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dylan Gabriel. I haven't seen it. They showing Shedeur Sanders all the time.
Watch out!
They even showing him running the ball instead of the running back. They showing Shedeur running ball instead of the running back. Touchdown again. Yeah. He looked off the safety. Both of the safety moved. And then he came back and hit his tight end across the middle. Across the middle. Shedeur Sanders. You can't do that. I'm going to say that again. You cannot complete a pass like that if you don't know the plays nor the verbiage. You can't do that. There's no way you can do a pass like that as a quarterback. Ball placement is on point. Shedeur Sanders dropping back. If he didn't know the play and know what to call, how did that tight end or wide receiver know where to go? He tell it. You saw him. He put his hand in motion. Shedeur put his hand and tell it, come on in motion. So the narrative that they trying to put out there that he don't know the plays nor the verbiage, how would he know to tell that wide receiver to come in motion? Y'all need to make this make sense. He watching. He telling the guy to come in motion. If he didn't know the play, how did that wide receiver or that tight end know where to go on that play and Shedeur throwing the ball? Yeah, like I said, they keep moving the goalposts on my dog. They keep moving the goalposts on Shedeur Sanders. They might as well get ready because Shedeur is coming. He coming for that QB1. And he's not. You can't slow this hype train out because it's real. We don't seen it. See, you got people out there reporting on Shedeur Sanders as a quarterback. They never follow him at Jackson State. They never at Colorado. Only time they probably don't seen Shedeur is off ESPN. They never watched him play at Colorado, but they want to report on him and they don't know him like we know him. And that's why they putting out misinformation. Shedeur is a baller. He just was mistreated by the media during the NFL draft process. All because of Coach Prime. He was treated unfairly during the draft, all because the fear of Coach Prime taking their head coaching job in the near future. A possibility. That's all what it was. That's all what it was. And now he got to work so hard because politics is in it too. Oh, yeah. The politics part of the NFL is involved in the decision unless the owner step in and stop it. If the owner don't step in, the politics of the NFL gonna hinder Shedeur for being QB1. What you mean by that, B. Watts? They went out and traded a 5th round draft pick for Dylan Gabriel. The general manager, the head coach, identified Kenny Pickett to be their starting quarterback before that draft. They did that. They did that, family. Politics. That's why you see Kenny Pickett getting majority of the number 1 reps because they identified him first. They went and got Joe Flacco off the street. Off the street. He wasn't playing with nobody. They identified him to come along and play quarterback for them and to be their emergency bag-up quarterback just in case Kenny Pickett don't work out. Politics. That's the politics side of gonna hinder Shedeur Sanders. And then they went into the draft with 2 quarterbacks, 3 really, with Deshaun Watson on the injury reserve. So they went into this draft and they drafted Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur Sanders. That's what they did. Politics. Why did they do that over Shedeur? Because they didn't want to deal with the hype train, the fan base, or what they did, what they going through now. Because they knew it was coming. And they chose Dylan Gabriel. They know Dylan Gabriel was not on their board, their draft board, as no 3rd round draft quarterback. Didn't no other team have him on that level as a quarterback coming out of college. They just didn't. So they reached and got Dylan Gabriel. And then that owner, he stood up in the paint. He stood on business. Said, no. I'm going to go and Shedeur because I'm looking at this quarterback room that y'all know assemble. It ain't looking good. Ain't no appeal to that at all when you look at that quarterback room before they drafted Shedeur. Joe Flacco, nah, you going to lose. You finna lose. You finna go worse than 3-14 than you did last year. Kenny Pickett. It ain't turned out for him in Philadelphia. It didn't turn out good for him in Pittsburgh. Off the bat. Then they reached for Dylan Gabriel. That got to be the worst quarterback room in the NFL. And that's why that owner stepped in and said, okay, since ain't nobody going to draft Shedeur, and he was projected to be the first 2 picks of the NFL draft, and especially from the quarterback position. Well, if he's still there, I take him. I'm going to take him to make my quarterback room better. And now they're going to use that going into this training camp. Don't get alarmed. Shedeur Sanders still going to go into this training camp. I know JR, G. Bush, and many other people saying Shedeur going to go in at quarterback number 2. Don't be surprised. Going into this training camp, July the 25th, that Shedeur Sanders will be fourth on the depth chart. Don't be surprised. It's the politic parts going to keep him from entering training camp as the number 2 or number 1 quarterback on that board come training camp time. The politics side. Now, I just explained it to you. It's the politics side. That's why Shedeur got to work hard to climb that chart. Because what's an old school? Because check this out. They not counting OTAs. They not counting mandatory minicamp. They finna start off fresh. And Shedeur got to continue to build off that. Yeah, they sure is, your boy. They gonna lose. They gonna lose until that. You're right. That's my take on Shedeur Sanders for now. Now I got to switch over, family. I still think he's gonna be QB1. He gonna walk him down still. He gonna walk him down slowly but surely. He is. All right. I got about 7 minutes to talk about Colorado. I was trying to do 30-30. All right. Coach Prime, once again, family. Whether people been paying attention or not, he got a squad. And also, we lifting up our prayers for Coach Prime. Hope he feel better and get back out there to be with the guys. But I'm just trying to tell y'all right now that recruiting going good. This is recruiting what they got going on. From Scott Proctor of DNVR. These are some of the top high school recruits. They are in the mix for. They got a 5-star wide receiver, Morgan. CU is in his top 6. Coach Prime and the Colorado football team got several 4-stars. Cornerbacks, Preston Ashley, he in their top 3. You got an offensive lineman, Deacon Smith, in their top 3. You got a 4-star safety, Jordan Deck, in their top 4. And you got Jordan Clayton, a wide receiver, in their top 10. Along with a linebacker in their top 5, a defensive tiger in the top 5 also. That is good. That is real good for the high school recruits. That's real good to blend in with what players they got coming up and coming back for next year. I'm just trying to tell y'all right now, when you look at Colorado football team, especially that D-line, them boys finna hunt, y'all. That defensive line that Colorado got is finna hunt. Now, my question is, it's going to be that safety position. If I can get Stoudemire to come up and like JR and Uncle Steve them say he should be, we should be all right on the defensive side. Because they got some real dogs. I mean, some real dogs. Some real dogs on that front line. They do, man. Especially at that defensive end. When you got them, even the IMG freshmen looking good. Yeah. Even those freshmen are looking good. The IMG guys. London Merritt from Atlanta, Georgia, looking real good. They are led by their positioning coach, George Healer. You got my bad. I unplugged the card. My foot stepped on the card. But I'm just saying, you got Arden Walker. I apologize. That was me. That was my fault. I stepped on my cord, my power cord. But listen, when you got Arden Walker on that defensive end, and you got Sam Okoloko is coming back and is healthy, you still got Keaton Wade and Man, you got those two freshmen. Oh, Jesus. That defense gonna be right, y'all. Then you got the big boys up front. You got those big boys up front. People like Big Barnes. You got Terran Carter. You got McNeil. You got Takeefa Byers. I mean, not Takeefa Byers, but Takeefa Thomas. You got all them up front. Yeah, and you still got Wiggins on the outside. Wiggins look like he from Tarzan. It's a big old dude. Big old dude. They got a chance, man. I don't want to put that kind of pressure on them, but this team got a chance to go 12-0. It depends on how they start out. They start out good against Georgia Tech. It gonna let me know everything about them, how they gonna finish the season. They just did. Cause Jaheim Otis, shoot, that's a big old dude. Big Otis he's a big old dude. Then you got Lightfoot, you got Tavin Coleman up front. I'm just trying to tell y'all up front on the defense, they gonna have a superb up front rotation going on. You're not gonna be able to get time out. Cause Coach Swayze don't put that work on. He making them work. Coach Swayze out there making them work. But then again, you got that linebacker room. I know a lot of people still question the linebacker room. Linebacker room, they strengthen me. Yeah. Man, you got Martavis French. That dude can play the whole game, all day long. Don't get tired. Along with you got Salter, Keaton Salter. Keaton Salter. I know Kay Salter. I don't forget his first name. But you got him. You still got JB. You got Goldberg. Them ain't no sexy name, but them guys that can play. If the defensive front does what they supposed to do, if they do what they supposed to do, the linebacker room gonna have it made. All they got to do is react and tackle. That's it. That's it. If those defensive front can keep them, that offensive line, from coming to the second level, man, we in there. We in there. You're not going to be able to run the ball on us. You're not. And then the real competition going to come at the cornerback position. R.J. Johnson and Tion Parks. That's where the battle going to come in at. That's going to be the battle right there. Right there. That's going to be the battle right there. Tion Parks and R.J. Johnson. And it's going to be a good battle. Ain't a bad battle. Ain't no bad thing. Ain't a negative thing. It's going to be a good battle. Because whoever don't start, they're going to be out there on second and third down in the passing. Just like last year with Hood. It's a good thing. But if it was me, I'm going with Tion Parks. I'm just going with him. I understand R.J. Johnson been there. He looked good. He got the measurement and everything. Tion Parks do too. Paul is a dog. Paul one of them type of dude. He like Shiloh. He gonna try to put you in that medical tent. I'm just trying to tell you that. I think the Colorado football team, and we're gonna talk about a little bit more of Colorado tonight. Matter of fact, we're gonna start it off with 15 minutes of Shedeur, and then we're gonna jump right into Colorado for about 45 minutes. I'm just trying to tell y'all, they looking good on the defensive side of the ball. I got to get out of here. I got a couple things before I do, but I'll see y'all tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with Uncle Steve and JR Boxing. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I usually try to come on at 4 or 5 o'clock, but I had something to do, so that's why I jumped on at 3. Peace. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.